All right, so good morning, everyone. This is our strength and conditioning class. Equipment for today, we need dumbbells, kettlebells, and a chair. Okay, so all of that could be done. Maybe a yoga mat. I think we have a couple floor exercises, but we also have a lot of body weight movements. So let's go ahead and start. I'm going to start my fitness tracker here, but let's go ahead and just flick left to right. Morning started off a little bit misty and cloudy, and had the windows closed for about 20 minutes and opened them, and all sunny again. Up and down, up and down here. See next circles. Switch. Let's reach up towards the ceiling. Reach. Let's lean right. Let's go left. Bring that right arm across. We do want to stretch out all of our joints. Full body workout today. Morning, Jan.
Morning.
Switch. Let's do a trunk rotation. Just gentle trunk rotation here. Let's go ab circles. One more on each side. These big hula hoops. Big hip circles. Switch. All right, let's go with our quad stretch. And today we have, I believe, 5 or 6 rounds of 3 to 4 exercises. And each movement we're gonna do twice. So just keep that in mind. Full body workout. Each set should have upper body and lower body. Switch. All right, and then our hamstring stretch. So slide your hands down your shins. Reach. Bring your chest towards your knees. Bring your glutes towards your heels. Up, up. 3. Let's do 6 of these. 4, 5, and 6. Very good. All righty. So let's go ahead and grab those items. Like I said, dumbbells. If you have a kettlebell, great. If you have a resistance band, perfect. You could use that too. A chair and yoga mat. Okay, so you will look for those items right now. And in between lifts, we'll take about 45 seconds rest. Okay. So our first giant set is going to consist of dumbbell squats, dumbbell front raises. So dumbbell squats, just your dumbbells here, right your side, or here, and we're going to do a squat. Okay, we're doing 10 to 12 dumbbell front raises with your palms as you're gripping the dumbbell. Palms are behind you, so you're lifting up. That's going to be 12. Good morning. So you're going to have a dumbbell here and just slight, nice bend, working on that lower back. And push-ups. Okay, so push-ups, 10 to 15, 4 movements, 2 rounds. Okay, all right. So few options ready to go here. All right, so let's go ahead and begin with the squats. Okay, so 10 to 12 squats. Remember, form is nice and upright. Legs should be shoulder width apart or slightly further. Ready, and begin. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Right, 40, 12. Okay, so 40 seconds rest. Just catch your breath. Remember, next is front raises. And then just a reminder, this week we are meeting until Thursday. We won't be meeting Friday or Saturday. Okay, front raises, 10 to 12. Ready, begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay. Another 40 seconds rest. We have our good mornings. So remember these, you could hold your weight, just hinge. If your back is a bit tender, just grab a really light weight. So again, we're just hinging here, coming back up. You could do this one sitting down too. Just make sure you sit towards the front of the chair if you're doing that, okay? All right. I think I've done this one before where I hold dumbbells here and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Oof. 15-pounder. Okay, push-ups. So we have 10 to 15 push-ups. Just get ready. So again, you could do these knee assisted or regular push-ups. Okay. Ready? All right, 10 to 15 push-ups. Ready? Okay, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All right, this is where we take 90 seconds rest. All right, so collect yourself. Go a little heavier. The next set of squats. You have about 40 seconds to go. Carmen, the construction starts later this week for you, or you have some work done at your place?
Is that asking me?
Yeah, you said you had some construction going on?
On Monday.
Oh, okay. Monday.
Well, the prep by me has to start this weekend.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, Monday is the tough day.
All right.
Demolition time, Monday and Tuesday. Ugh.
Yeah, it's gonna be loud.
Yeah.
All right, let's get those dumbbells. And again, we're going for 10 to 12. Ready, white stance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ooh, it's heavy. 30 seconds.
How many pounds are those weights?
Those are each one's 40 pounds.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I just use those for when I do leg stuff, mainly lunges or a variation of lunges, or when I do some type of like chest press. But anything that's arms or shoulders, that's way too heavy for me. Um, but yeah, it's supposed to be my leg workout today, but I'm short in time, so I'm going heavier on the leg lifts that we have on today's session and lighter on the arms because I did arms yesterday. But yeah. All right, let's go with the front raises. Ready? So 10 to 12. We're here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, we have the good mornings. I'm going to go body weight on this one, just the hinge movement. It's hard to keep up with Julian's roly-poly form. Ready? All right, the good mornings. Remember, just hinging at your back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then push-ups. Okay. Push-ups. About 20 more seconds. All right. 10 to 15 push-ups. Ready, begin. 1, 3. All right. Time. 15. All right, 2 minutes rest before we go on to our next set. Next set is going to be curtsy lunges, Arnold press, dumbbell bent over rows, and then Jane Fonda. So shoulders and legs pretty much. Okay. So, all right, 2 minutes. We'll start back up. Okay, about 30 seconds to go. Oh. Just remember curtsy lunges. We have the lunge here, and we come across, and we're doing 8 on each leg. Okay. All right. Here we go. 8 on each leg. Curtsy lunges. Go with goblet style. So holding my dumbbells here. Ready, begin. So one, one, two, two, three, three, four, four, five, five. Ooh, 6. Slowing down. 6, 7, 7, 8, and 8. Ooh, that one got me. I don't think I've gone that heavy on curtsy lunges before. Okay. Arnold press. You could do these sitting down if you like. I am. Legs are pretty beat. Just remember Arnold press. We're here. We rotate and press, and then come back. All right. So it's ready. Here we go. Arnold press 10 to 12. Ready, go. 1, 2. So inhale, exhale on your way up. 3, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oof. All right, we have our bent over rows. So again, you could do both sides at the same time. If you have a heavier weight, you could support yourself with one hand and do a row with one hand at a time. Okay, so either one works. For doing together, let's go ahead and do 12, 10 to 12. And if we're doing individually, give me at least 8 on each side. Okay. All right. Here we go. Ready? And begin. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. Next one is Jane Fonda's. So if you have a resistance band, and these are the standing Jane Fonda's. So if you have a resistance band, a mini band, now's a good time for this one. So again, I'm just gonna, you could do this without the band. You're just gonna go right here. But if you have a mini band like so, this one, you would just put that around somewhere between right below your knees and your ankles. And we're gonna do 10 on each side. Use some support here. Ready and begin. It's a little bit too easy. If it's too easy, you want to bring it lower in the legs. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Once you've done 10, switch sides. Ready, begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Come off that. Yeah, it's our first round, so 90 seconds rest. We're going back to our curtsy lunges. Okay. Got 40 seconds. How are you ladies doing this morning? All right, folks, ready? Let's grab those dumbbells. Back to curtsy lunges. Remember 8 and 8. 3, 2, 1. Go. So 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, and 8. Whew. Feeling it on the legs. Remember Arnold press, we could do sitting down. So Arnold press be this motion. So remember to inhale on your way down when you connect and exhale as you're separating. All right, here we go. Ready? Okay, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oof. Far so good, folks. It's 30. All right, our bent over rows are next. I'll give you another 20 seconds to catch your breath. All right, here we go. These are our bent over rows. Ready? So we're here. Got this nice and straight. And pull up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oof. 30. Work. Jane Fonda's. Okay. Jane Fonda's are next. Does anyone have these bands? I think Carmen, you have them, right? Does anyone else have these?
Yes, I do have them.
Yeah. If you don't, just remember, try to lift that leg as high as you can. But yeah, but the bends definitely make it a little bit more challenging. Ready? 10 on each side. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch sides. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Far so good. Alrighty. Okay, our next set, we have our polyplane raises. So hammer curl, extend up, extend out. Okay, so here, up, extend. That's going to be the polyplane lateral raise. Then we have our goblet lateral lunges. That's with the dumbbell here. Step to the side and alternate. Okay. Then we have our tricep kickbacks. So bend over, elbows are here, but now we just extend at the elbow. Okay, so triceps are getting worked on, and I believe side planks. Okay, so 40 seconds on one side, 40 seconds on the other, and that should start the second round. All right, we have about 20 seconds left. Remember right here, curl, rotate up, extend out. You're doing 10 of those. All right, here we go. Ready? Okay, so curl, up, extend, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oof, I think 15s were a lot for that one. I think I've gone lighter before. Right? Oh no, wrong one. Okay, goblet lateral lunge. Okay, so you're gonna have a dumbbell here. Remember, side step, drop your hips, reset, side step, drop your hips, reset. Okay? Alrighty. We're doing 8 on each side. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Begin. So we're here and 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, and 8. Ooh, heavy. I left my hip like that one. My hip is so sensitive lately. Uh, we have our tricep kickbacks next. So remember, tricep kickbacks. We're bent over. We lift our weights here. Back is nice and straight, and then we extend the elbows. Okay. 15 more seconds. All right, here we go. Ready? Bend over, elbows at your side, and extend 12 to 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Okay, on the floor we have side planks. Let's get you on the floor. Remember this one, we're just resting on our elbow and our knee or our feet. Okay. Let's start in 15 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up. In 40 seconds here. Ten more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Let's switch sides. Okay. We're ready. We'll start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up. 40 seconds here. At 20. Keep your hips up. Stay elevated. 10 more seconds. Good job. Let's keep it going. 3, 2, 1. Time. Oof. Okay. We're back to our lateral lunges. Start those in 40 seconds. Sorry, polyplane lateral raises. I skipped one. So right here. Okay. Okay, we have 10 of those. Ready? Again, so curl, up, extend, down. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Work. All right, now we have our lateral lunges. Okay, so after we're done with this complete set, I'm gonna ask you folks if we're feeling. So I'd like to know if you're tired, if you still have energy, if you want to keep going, just communicate with me, please. Communication is key. All right, let's grab those dumbbells, lateral lunges. So we're here, ready, 8 on each side. Here you go. So 1, reset. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8. Work. All right, our tricep kickbacks are next. 45 minutes into the workout right now. We burned 160 calories, right? I'm gonna try and go for a run after this class before it gets too warm. All right, let's go with our tricep kickbacks. Ready? Elbows back. Extend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All right, folks, how are we feeling? Talk to me. Teresa's crying. Carmen has thumbs up. Or is that a crying or a laughing? Not sure. It's like a dying of crying of laughter. Oof. Okay. I think we've actually combined this last set into one. Yeah, that looks about right. So this one,
What about going easy on this one?
easy. We could go easy. Okay, so let's do this. Um, the last one's always an easy one. So let's do our leg, our chair squats. So, one leg or just no support, and then we're gonna go with calf raises. That one's not too taxing, and then shoulder shrugs. Okay. So working on some balance, some glute work, lower legs and shoulders, and none of them should really beat you up unless you have some heavy weights right now. But yeah, if this is going to be our last set, I would recommend dropping the weight into something comfortable that we're still challenging ourselves but not exhausting ourselves. Okay. All right, so we're gonna do single leg squats, box squats. Leg to be extended. If you bring it closer, you could elevate it. Okay, so 8 on each leg. Ready? And begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, then we'll switch. When you're ready, you can switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Oof. All right. That one's not too bad. Okay, calf raises are next. So again, this one's where we grab dumbbells at our side. We just lift our heels off the ground and back down. So we're doing 15. Okay, let's go ahead and begin. We're here and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Very well. Shoulder shrugs. Shoulder shrugs. So you could grab some heavier weights for that one. So I'm gonna go with 20s and shoulder shrugs. Remember, you just here and you bring your shoulders towards your ears, and then back down. Okay. All right. It's ready. Right. Here we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Good job. 1 minute rest. I'm gonna do that set a second time. Okay. Good work. All right, here we go. Back to our single leg non-assisted squats. So remember, heel elevated or extended. Ready, begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. Switch once you're ready. So switch legs and begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oof. Right. Good work. Done with the legs for today. Oh no, calf raises. We still have calf raises. My apologies. Okay, calf raises. Let's go with 15 on each side, or 15 total. Dumbbells here, and begin. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Legs are down. Alrighty. Last set, shoulder shrugs. 15 of them. Ready? And begin. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. All right. Good work. Close this out. 40. And let's do a little cool down. Just our shoulders, our torso, and our legs. How's everyone doing? Okay. Too bad. 8,000 pounds. Not bad. All right, let's go ahead, bring that right arm across. Burn 190 calories. Left arm across. And if you're trying to burn a bit more calories, I recommend going for a walk before it gets warmer. Let's see what the weather's going to be like. Let's do a trunk rotation. Let's see, weather in Santa Ana. currently 68, but will be, oh, not too bad. I don't know what I'm complaining about. I think now I just see the sun and I just think it's gonna be a really hot day. I think it's gonna be up to like high 70s, maybe low 80s. It's right ankle on that left knee. Right ankle on left knee. Is anyone doing anything fun for the 4th? Barbecue. Bring that knee up, stretch it out.
I will go shopping because all the stores are closed.
Mm, yeah,
I
that's true. You can go shopping. Maybe no one's out. Switch. Yeah, we're gonna have a barbecue. Well, my mom's making pupusas. Very American. Pupusas, and then my wife's aunt's making tamales, and then my wife wants nachos. So I think we might have some hot dogs for the kids. So let's bring the knee up, hug it out. But yeah, but our block does like a block party. So I think we're just gonna hang out here in the area. All right, Teresa, Sarah, Lisa, Karina, how are you folks doing? Doing okay?
Yeah, pretty good. Thank you.
All right, Sarah, thank you for checking in. All right, ladies. Well, tomorrow should be a lighter, easier class, just stretching. And then, yeah, just a reminder later this week. Good job, Teresa. Later this week, Friday and Saturday, we won't be meeting. And then Monday, actually, I won't be around either. That's my little sister's wedding day. So, yeah, so I'll be out of town for that day. But any questions before we head out? All right. Appreciate. I know we're like in the, part of like the summer with classes where it's just like, oh, like, it's just getting there and it's maybe some burnout is settling in, but I do appreciate you folks showing up and staying consistent. So, all right, everyone, happy Tuesday.
Thank you.
Take care.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, bye.
You.
Bye. Have a good day.